Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So you went ahead, you decided you're ready to take on your identity shift. You did your audit on your life, your current life. You sat down and you really sat with the feelings and visualized what you want your life to look like and feel like. And then you started writing down the traits that you need to integrate, what that looks like internally and externally. Then you went ahead and downloaded the Identity Shift operating system to get you ready and have all the tools you need to get you on this journey. And now you're like, okay, I have it. Now what? It's so much. That's what everyone says. There's so many things on here. I don't know how to use Notion. What's going on? And I understand completely. I remember when I first got introduced to Notion from YouTube. I was like, this is like the dopest thing I have ever come across. It's so versatile, but I also remember feeling very overwhelmed. And then I started downloading a bunch of templates and buying templates. And then I got to the point where I was like, hey, I'm going to just make my own template. And that's exactly what I did. So since I understand how that feels, I want this process to be as smooth as possible for you. So here is a full tutorial on how to get the best use out of your Identity Shift operating system. One of the questions I tend to get is, what is an Identity Shift operating system? Well, if you watched my glow up videos, you would know, sweetie. Just kidding. An Identity Shift operating system is a tool that is to be used in conjunction of you shifting your identity. Some common words that you will hear instead of shifting your identity is glowing up, elevating your life, changing your self-concept, building your self-concept. They are all the same thing. So I created this so people will have a one-stop shop for that process instead of having to have so many different apps to switch to get to your tools. We want this to be a smooth process. The second question I get is, what is Notion? Is it a website or is it an app? To answer that question, it is both. You can use it on the computer from the internet, Chrome, Safari, whatever you use, or you can download the app on your computer, on your iPad, or on your iPhone. Me personally, I use the app, the website. I have it on my iPad. I have it on my phone. I can do everything I need to do on a computer and it seamlessly transfer to my iPad and to my phones. The third question is, why Notion? The reason why I decided to go with Notion is because it is versatile. It is so customizable. It's insane. Like, I don't think you get this much control on another app. And if you do, I haven't heard of it. My operating system is packed with everything that you would need on this journey. And whatever you don't need, you can take out. Whatever you want to change aesthetic-wise, tool-wise, you can change. And it was just so important for me for people to be able to do what they want to do with the operating system to make it work best for their lives. I didn't want it to be so restricted. And when I came across Notion, I was like, whoa, I have all of this control. Like, it felt great. So I'm like, other people will probably enjoy that as well. Also, it's free. And there's a lot in here, as you'll see. So that was a bonus. And there's also paid versions, but I don't think you'll need that. The fourth question that I tend to get is, well, how do I use it? I don't know what to do. But I'll be answering that question with this video. So let's get into it. If you want to know how you can get Notion on your desktop, all you have to do is go to notion.so/desktop. And it will bring you here. You can download it for your Mac or for Windows. First things first, we have our cover. Some people love super aesthetic covers. If you are that type of person, this is where you would go to make those changes. You can use the gallery that they have, which they do have quite a bit of different designs that you can choose from. If you have your own pictures that you made on Canva or shuffles or anything like that, you would upload it here. And then you also have Unsplash where you can just like type something in. I don't know, let's do like forest. And you can take some of the pictures from there. You can also change this icon. You can change it to an emoji, or you can change it to one of the icons that they have. Let's say we'll do this one. And it also gives you a chance to pick a different color if you choose to. You can even change the name. Let's say you want to change it to Victoria's. My keyboard is like in a weird spot. Victoria's Identity Shift Operating System. Or maybe you just want to put your name. Like, you could literally make it whatever you want it to be. Throughout the template, there will be little messages that you'll see that just says like how to use certain stuff. You can easily delete those by clicking on the 6 dots on the side and hitting delete. This is a quote section. You can put your own quote there. And if you don't want quotes, you can also delete that. Right here on our toggle, we have our traits, our appearance, likes, dislikes. This comes from the visualization and feel meditation that you did when you wrote out the life that you desire. That's where that comes from. If you want to change appearance to something else, you are absolutely welcome to do that. And you can go here and just add whatever you want. You would also put your name here. Hi. Who did we say? Victoria. Hi, Victoria. Here's your traits. Toggle that to close it. This is also on multiple pages. That's why it has this red border here. And it also lets you know what pages that it's on. And you can also delete it. And you can also unsync it if you don't want it on every single page. You see how much control you get already? Oh my gosh. Phenomenal. Right here we have our navigation, which is also on every single page. It has a border. You see the red border. We have our important tasks list, which is only on the home page, and you will see why in a second. We have our embedded playlists and videos. Let's say you want to put your morning playlist on there. You would go to your Spotify or whatever music platform you're using, and if you go down to share, it'll allow you to copy the link to the playlist. You could go here. Let's replace this one. You can go here, replace, and put the link there and embed it. Give it a couple seconds, it'll update. Boom. Now the thing with Spotify is it only allows you 30 seconds of your song. It doesn't matter if you are a premium user. If you use Apple, I think you get 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is much better. So that's why I just use affirmations or meditation music. I think you're able to get like a fuller song if you use SoundCloud and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure with that, so don't quote me, but just try it. Or you can just go on YouTube and get a lo-fi playlist and embed it here, and it'll automatically play from the template, like right here. This is a Joe Dispenza meditation that I like to listen to every single morning. Now, let's say you want to put your own video. Let's say you want to put one of my glow up videos, right? We're going to shift our identities. I want to remember what this girl's talking about. Go here, go to share, copy that. Do not click embed. I mean, you can if you want, but like that's doing too much. You could just hit copy, and we can go back to our operating system, replace, and paste. Embed video, and boom. You could play it right here. Hey girl, I heard you were in your glow up era. Woo! Fire. That is so fire. Let's talk about this important tasks list real quick and what it's connected to. It is connected to your weekly agenda. Anything you change here will change in here as well, because it's right here. The reason why I did that is because I was thinking of it like this. The reason why I did that is because I figured when people sit down on Sunday, Saturday, and they plan out their week, you're pretty much just writing all of the things that you want to do for the week. However, we know life be lifing. So sometimes it helps to just put the most important things for that day on the list, like the things that you have to get done. So let's say you went ahead, sat down Sunday, you planned everything out. You look at your Monday and you're like, whew, that's a lot. Like I really need to just figure out what's the most important thing. Okay, let me go here. Coffee with my best friend is a very high priority. Like, I need to do that. I have to work on this presentation because it is due very soon. And then I definitely need to do my community service, give back to the community. You gotta love that. These are non-negotiables for today. They need to get done. If you go to your home page, you will automatically see them there. And as you get them done, they will update, okay? Now, here is how you create a new week. Once you create a new week, it will look like that, completely blank. You add in the week. So I think it's like week 8. I put a calendar there so you'll know what month we're in. And you can also put the days. Now, let's say this was the week before. You're finished with it. You could go ahead and drag that down to your archived. And this is just for people who enjoy looking at what they've done in the past. You don't have to put anything there. This is like super far down. I don't know why it's so far down. You can add a cover by clicking add cover, and there you go. You can also change this icon by clicking on it. Another thing I want to mention about the home page is the navigation side and how it's broken up into current focus areas and then a list of all the areas of life and then some quick links. This is broken down like this because when we did our audit, we were able to figure out what areas of life really need our focus. So let's move those to our current focus area so we are always mindful of it. When we come to our planner, it will be right here for us to see. Okay, finances. I really love the financial part of this planner. You can also change the sizes of these boxes. When you see this gray line come up, that means you can move it and make things as small or as big as you like. At the top here, we have our goals and our action steps. They are broken down into the big goals and some action steps that will help us get closer to these goals. Over here, you have your image for what you're saving for. You can replace that with your own image. And then we have our income sources. You can take out any income source that you see here, and you can also add your own income sources by clicking new and making a name for it. So let's say one of your income sources is babysitting. I don't know. So now we have the income source babysitting, and you can also change that icon as well. Let's put a baby icon. All right, so we have our income sources. If you want to remove any income sources, you can just hit delete like that. But also keep in mind, if you delete an income source, when you come down to your actual table, you will need to add another one here. Change it because it's going to delete out of this box as well. All right, so you were babysitting. Okay, great. When did you do that? You did it today. How much did you make? I don't know, girl, you made $1,000. You made good money. Where did you put it? You put it in your bank account. If there's anything that is online, you can add links to it there. You can add notes about it there. And then you add the month when you acquired that money in the income source. So it would be updated up here like that. And then it also shows your total. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. So down here we have our upcoming expected expenses. I like to do this towards the end of the previous month for the future month. So if you like playing with me videos, check out my YouTube because I do them on my channel. Okay, I changed the dates here. So let's say it's the end of February and we're getting ready for March. I know my rent is due on the 1st. I know it's $700. I know my phone bill is also due on the 1st. That's about $100. And my gym membership is due on the 22nd of March, and that's $56. Let's say one of your upcoming expenses is savings, right? Because we have that scheduled. So that's going to happen on the 8th. This lets us know that we're putting $300 in there. This lets us know how much is in the account currently and which savings bucket we're putting it in. Sorry. So if we come down here to our savings bucket, all right, I just put $300 in there. So that means I have $900 in there now. Okay, we're 60% closer to our $1,500 goal. Down here, we have our sum, which calculates all of the bills. Imagine having all of your bills listed there and being able to see exactly how much you will be coming out of pocket during the month of March. That is so dope to me. And then as you finish, you can hit the check marks and they will disappear. If you do not like that, another option that you can do is you can go to the filter here and you can just clear it and it'll show everything. We have a list of our subscriptions here, and you can hit new and add it this way, or you can add it in table view and also set a reminder for when the renewal date is. If you ever see things like this, if you click here, it'll let you know all of the options. If you ever want to add more options, you can. Just like that. If you ever want to delete options, just hit these 3 dots and hit delete and it's gone. Here you will track all of your expenses. Put the name of the expense, the amount, and the category that it is in. Here go all of the categories. Here are the dates that you spent that money, and here's the sum of everything that you spent. You can also look at this by month, or you can also look at this by category. On the side, we have our incomes shown in a monthly view, so we can see which month brought in the most money and how to do it again. Let's get into the savings buckets and the savings accounts, okay? So let's say you created a new savings bucket for self-care, right? Self-care is important, ladies. Move you there. Okay. So we're going to add it to our category. We're going to put well-being as one of our categories. And let's say we have $100 in there for now, right? We just started it and we want to save $2,000. All right, we're only at 5% and that's okay. Since we added self-care to our savings bucket, we now have to make sure it is updated in our unaccounted table. So you just need to go to the table, click on the savings bucket box and add self-care there. Now, if you scroll over, you're going to see like, there's $100 unaccounted for. Yes, because you need your bank accounts to reflect that. So let's say you put this money in your miscellaneous savings account. Okay, let's update that number. We have $150 in there. Okay, all the money is accounted for. Everything is making sense. Our dollars are where they are supposed to be. Now, let's say you wanted to create a totally different account for that. Let's put it in our, Chime, in our Chime account. Since we added an account here, we have to make sure we go to our table and here and add Chime to it. So everything stays updated. Once you sit down and add all of your accounts, this will be super easy. So that's where our $100 is. It's in that account. Okay, awesome. All your money is accounted for. So that's how you would do that. And this, if you delete them here, let's say we deleted that, it will delete here. And it'll say you have $100 not accounted for. Where's that money? Because you're saying you have $100 in this savings account, but where's it at? Just floating around in earth? So I love that because that literally allows me to see what money is where, and I don't have to keep checking my accounts, because when I check my accounts, especially those that are able to be transferred, that's a dangerous game. I'd rather just be able to see everything here and not even go into those accounts. Now we're in our intrapersonal. Okay, intrapersonal is very simple. We have a gratitude journal, we have our regular journal, and we have our manifestations journal. If we want to put in a new gratitude journal entry, we just click new day and it will populate our prompts for the day. You can also change the name of this if you don't want it to say new day. Maybe you want it to be the theme of the day, or maybe you just want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to put. And then down here, we have our regular journal entry, which is a little more detailed. We would put our general mood for the day. We just put sad, maybe it was a bad day. Our mindfulness, and a way for you to be able to put whatever symbols you want here. Let's say you don't like those sparkles. All you have to do is go to edit the property, and under select, you will see these options. You can put whatever you want there. You go to the internet, find an emoji, copy it, and paste it here. Or you can use words like, I don't know, awesome. That's not how you spell awesome. Yeah, whatever. Time for yourself, rate that, and how was work? Rate that. If you don't want any of these fields here, you can, once again, delete them. And then you would fill out your journal prompts. I don't know why these are here. We don't need any of these. For our manifestations, we have material manifestations and general manifestations. Material is clothes, cars, houses. General is just maybe something energetically, or maybe it's like a task. Like, for example, I had a general manifestation last week where I wanted to negotiate with a brand, and I wanted them to just make some changes. And I put that here. And then when I got it, because I did, I just went back and check marked it that I attracted it. But here's some prompts to help you with the general manifestation portion, and you can add more prompts if you want. You can change these as well if you want. And then for our material manifestations, here are our prompts for that. Always use present tense when you are manifesting. I am, I have are great starters. Let's get into physical health. Here we have our goals, the start date, the goal weight, the start weight, and we have our food planner. Let's start with that. So let's say it is a new week. Let's empty out our meal plan. Here are some meals we already have saved, but let's save another one. Let's save spaghetti. We watched the video or we read the blog, and we know what products we are going to need, ingredients we're going to need. We're going to need tomatoes. We're going to need turkey. So since that's not already there, we're going to go ahead and add it. And we are also going to need noodles. Oops, not turkey noodles, just noodles. Okay, we're also going to add that to the shopping list. Okay, tomatoes, turkey, noodles. That is a crazy, crazy recipe. When will you plan on having this? Let's have it on Friday since it is hearty. That'll be our cheat day, whatever. And it is a heavy meal. So we don't need this column. This is how you would go in and hide it. Get that out our table. We don't need it. And then this is where you would add links to blogs or Pinterest posts. We said we're going to have spaghetti Friday. We're going to have grilled cheese on Thursday. We're going to have this baked chicken and mashed potatoes Monday and Tuesday. And hey, let's have it Wednesday too, because it's just, we made a big portion of it. We'll have this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll have this on Saturday. And we'll have this on Sunday. And it's also broken down by healthy foods if you are like on a super healthy diet. So now if we go back to our meal planner, you will see that this automatically populates for you. Not only does it automatically populates for you, but it populates that shopping list too. So when you go to the grocery store, you will have everything you needed right there. So that's our meal plan. Let's get into these exercises. This is your weekly workout schedule. You can add new workouts by hitting the new button, and then you would put the date that you're working out, the time that you're working out, the location. How was the workout? Maybe it was okay. Then down here, you will add your new exercises. So I'm going to show you guys how to enter in your exercises when you find them. I don't know about you, but I like to scroll TikTok and YouTube and find exercises. And I'm going to show you how you can just put them in. So let's say you did bench press and you did, 3 sets of 10. You would just enter that in and the weight that you did, 35, I don't know. Complete, done. You went ahead and you also did some Bulgarian splits, and so on and so on. That's how you would fill that out. Down here we have our muscle groups divided into categories. These are the only ones that I can think of. If you want to add more, you just click new and you go ahead and you add it in there. Down here we have our exercises. These exercises are categorized into the muscle groups. Let's add one in together. Let's do under chest, we'll do push-ups. If you want to put a link to a demo, you can. Another thing you can do is just simply put the video here. I'll show you that in a second. You can leave your notes about it if you want, and then the related workout group. So that we said is going to be chest. We're going to link that right there. So now we go here. We'll see the exercises there. Now let me show you guys a video. This is what it would look like. It's the same way that you embedded your playlist. All of the workouts you did will be down here. You can sort this many different ways. Say you want to pay attention to the weight and you want to make sure that you're going up in weight. Boom, there you go. Let's move on to personal development. Personal development page, we have our reading list and our courses. Courses are here. You just click new and you add in what the course is. You can tag it where you took the course and how it's going. You haven't started yet, it's in progress, or it's done. You could put the date that you finished it and your rating about that course. I actually did take that Notion masterclass course. I took a couple, and that's how I learned how to do a lot of this. If we scroll down a little bit on the side, we have our habits we're focusing on for the month or the quarter, however you want to do it. And here is how we track them. This automatically pops up. Every single day, a new one will pop up. You just have to come in and check mark what you did. Let's say you're tracking calories. You enter in the amount of calories you did. You're tracking protein. You put that there, how many calories you burned. And let's say you're doing reading. You read 45 minutes. Progress bar. I love a good progress bar. Let's say you want to track some different habits. You can just go to the icon and change it here. Let's say you want to swim every day. I don't know. Change your icon. Boom. Just like that. And that updates in your gallery as well. Let's say you want to track a different amount of calories. We're going to go to the properties. We're going to click on calorie balance. And we're going to divide it by, let's say you want to do 1,500. We changed it there, and then not only do we have to change it in the calorie balance, we also have to change it in the calorie balance percentage. So we'll go here. This is a formula. You just change this first number here to 1,500. Now we have our new formula, and let's see. Today, let's say, so this is what it looks like now, right? It's saying goal met. Let's say we had, 1,700 calories and we burned 200. I had to think about that for a second. Okay, we met our goal for the day. And it's the same for the reading section as well. You would just go back to our reading percentage, and I have this hidden in the table. If you want to add things back into the table, all you have to do is click the eyeball and it'll show it. So we are going to change our formula, hit edit, and let's say you only want to do 45 minutes, right? Boom. Hit done. Once you change it in percentage, you also have to make sure you change it in your readings view, divide by 45. And that'll fill that up there. And there you go. You have your cards view, and you also have your automatically populating daily log view. This widget right here is off of a website. If you want, you can add your own widgets. I will put links to the websites that you can go to add Notion widgets in the description. You can also change how this widget looks. You can do your own thing. Make it as you as possible. Relationships is very simple. This is just where you would go to enter in all of the events and everything that you have. You can do that. Actually, I'll show you my personal one, because it looks a little bit better. So here's my personal one. Let's say, all right, so I did Galentine's and brunch with the girls. We would write who came, the location, and just a reflection on it. And here's a section for you to add your own personal picture. I love the idea of putting a picture there because it's so cute. Like, oh, look at all the girls. And you reflect on that. This is the Hangout template, but you can also create your own template. Down here, we have our values. I wanted to show you guys how you could easily turn anything into something else. So as you can see right here, we just have regular words. Right here, we have check boxes. Maybe you just want it to be regular. You don't want a checkbox. All you have to do is just turn into and just hit text, and it'll change it just like that. You can also have your Google Calendar synced to your Notion calendar as well. I don't personally use it, so I don't have a lot of details about it. I just know that you can do it because I have linked mine in there. Let's go to career and work. The career and work section is very simple. It's just a goal mood board. So you could put a picture of something that inspires you right here, what the goal is, when you want to have it achieved, and what the status of it is. You would just add a new goal by hitting new, name it. Let's say you want to update your resume. When do you want to achieve it? Let's see. Let's say these options are too far out for us. Well, let's go ahead and add a new one. We want to have it done this week. And if you still want it to be cohesive with the aesthetic, you can change the color like that. The status, it's in progress. We're getting there. We really don't like doing our resumes, updating it. So yeah. Okay, and it will populate there. You can add your picture and make it pretty. Now, hobbies. This is for the people who are trying new things this year. Shout out to you, okay? Here is a hobby bucket where you would just put in the hobbies that you tried. Let's say you're testing out collecting crystals. Nope, that is not how you spell crystals, Ty. There we go. How did you feel about that adventure? I loved it, okay? When's the last time you did it? I did it on the 13th and it was great. So now if someone invites you in the future to do something, you can look at your bucket and be like, yeah, Susan wants to do a sip and paint. I hate sip and paints. I know I hate sip and paints because I did it in February. I don't want to go. We're almost finished. Our home section. Here we have our cleaning list. There's a couple of ways you can do this. You can sit down and write out all of the chores that you need to do, or you can just do as you think about it. So let's say I sat down and I wrote out all of my chores. One of the chores I need to do is wash the windows. What windows? I want to make sure I do the windows in the bathroom, and I want to make sure I do the windows in the living room. Now, how often do I want to do this? I want to do this every month. Let's say we can add another one as well, right? I want to show you guys both. This is for the bedroom windows and the dining room windows. Actually, let's not get too crazy. So we want to do these literally every week, okay? When is the last time I did it? I did it today. So I won't need to do it again until March 19th. But since these windows, I want to do them weekly and I did them yesterday, I would need to do them again on the 25th. Now, let's say the last time I did them was on the 11th. Okay, well, now you're overdue. You can look at that and be like, dang, I have not washed the bedroom windows in blank amount of days. Let me get on that. Or you can see I'm really doing a good job staying up to date with all of my household chores. This is awesome. I feel great. And then down here we have our reminders. You can check them off and add whatever or delete whatever. This is another one of my favorite sections, the reading list. So there's two different views. You have your bookshelf view and you also have a table view for people who don't really care about having that visual of the book. Here, you can add it here. You would just click what is the type. It's a book, the author, if you finished it, when you finished it, the amount of pages. Let's say there's 200 pages. The current page you're on is 100. Okay, you're about 50% there. Keep going, girl. Yes, you started it. It's in progress. There's also a did not finish list for those books that's just super hard to finish. And you can't give it a rating yet because you're not finished with it. But if you did finish it, you can go ahead and give it a rating. Right? So also, for you to add a picture of a book, you would do it in the add cover section. See, it will populate there. The last thing I want to show you is this. When I say that this is fully customizable, you can do whatever you want with it. I mean that. So let's say you have your weekly agenda and you just don't want it to be on its own page. That's fine. All you need to do is highlight everything on this page, or highlight whatever you want, copy. Let's say you want it on the home page where you can just see it. You can paste it right there. Hit dismiss, and there you go. So let's say you don't need this anymore. You can just go ahead and get rid of it. That's one less thing on your list to look at. And you can do that with literally everything in the template. Say you want your finances to be on the home page. You can go over, copy everything, and move it to the home page, just like I showed you.